7-day cruises are not for me. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Leka, and welcome back to Miss Booked and Busy. You will not be disappointed because your girl got stories to tell about where she been and what she been doing. This vlog covers this cruise that I took with my friend Sharita and my baby sister Kenesha. So we went on a 7-day cruise during Thanksgiving week. It was through Carnival. We left out of New Orleans. This was absolutely my first cruise. And I'm going to tell you right now that I learned very quickly that I am absolutely not a 7-day cruise girl. Absolutely not. But don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed it. But when it came to going on excursions, getting dressed for dinner every night, but also trying to just relax and do like onboard activities and stuff, I ain't gonna lie to you, your girl needed a vacation from the vacation. Mind you, like I said, it was my first cruise, so I was very excited for it. But at the same time, I was having a lot of anxiety because I didn't know really what to expect. Even though I had got on TikTok and YouTube and watching different videos and kind of prepared myself as best I could for it, it was just kind of like, oh, how is this gonna be? Let me tell you now, I wanted to have the biggest, best experience that I could have. I ended up booking a ocean view suite with a balcony, baby. That was absolutely wonderful and lovely. Although I didn't go out on the balcony as much, but it was just a thought of being able to do so. This was a great experience for all of us. Our first port was actually Cozumel, and we went to a beach resort. It's called Kuza Beach Resort. This is a very newly established resort. I ended up getting a VIP package. When we got there, baby, they was handing us the wet towels and everything to cool off, girl. Like, oh, who was a princess? I mean, they did have all you can eat food, but we didn't even end up eating inside of the little area where you can get your food because we had our attendants was bringing us drinks and snacks. We had quesadillas, salsa and chips, and whatever kind of drinks we wanted, and we didn't even have to leave from our seating area. We had a cabana. Girl, yeah, I'm so bougie. But I wanted to be comfortable because it was just like, if we're going to be here most of the day, then let's be comfortable doing it. One thing I will say about Cozumel, I feel like it's very, very much so commercialized and catered to tourism, which is not a bad thing, but it was actually expensively priced. I think I got a few little things, knickknacks or whatever, just to say like, oh, I went to Cozumel. Yeah, that kind of thing. But I will say that I did enjoy the beach there. But being at the beach all day is a not me thing either. I can do 2 hours and I'm good with beach time. But overall, Cozumel was a very good stop. Now, let me tell y'all, the second port that we had was Belize. And baby, when I tell you, I fell in love with Belize, I was so disappointed that I didn't get to spend as much time as I would have appreciated to be in Belize because it felt different. Belize doesn't have a port where the ship can actually dock. So you have to take the water taxi from your cruise line boat to Belize's port to be able to get there. Actually, that day it was pouring out raining. When we first got up, it was pouring out raining so much that when we went outside of the port area to go meet the tour guide for our excursion, it was flooding. So we had to wait a little while because they was waiting for another family to come. But we ended up leaving them, and our tour guide, I can't even remember his name right now. I'm so disappointed in myself. But he basically took us around. We went to the Belize side, took pictures, and trying to wait for the other group to make it so they would not miss their tour. And we ended up stopping at a little convenience store, baby. I had got some snacks. Once we stopped at a convenience store, another tour company had got their group of people and they met us there with them. So that was great. I'm glad for the people that didn't miss their excursion. But baby, let me tell you. So our excursion was basically cave tubing. And let's say it was a long ass walk to get from the opening of the park, the rainforest or whatever, to get to like where we go to cave tube. But the walk was worth it. Our tour guides was very knowledgeable about the history of Belize, the wildlife, even the vegetation. There was a leaf and he gave it to us and asked us like, oh, what does it smell like? What does it smell like? Oh, this smells like, you could smell nutmeg, you could smell it, but nobody could get it. But it turns out it's allspice. I was 42 years old when I learned that allspice is actually a spice of its own and not a spice that incorporates other spices. So they taught us that, and I really appreciate having that knowledge. I feel smarter. Yeah, your girl feels smarter now. We went through and did a cave tour experience. It was such a wonderful experience. It was very relaxing. Was not scared at all. If you just go to Belize and you just go to Belize for that one day on a cruise, absolutely you should do cave tubing. It's very safe. Trust me when I say you will enjoy it. Okay, so we had two tour guides. Now, the one guy, I can't even remember his name, but the other one, baby, his name was Peter. And Peter was sexy as hell. When I told my baby sister, I was like, girl, Peter kind of good looking. She was like, not you looking, honey. I was like, but I got eyes. Yes, I'm looking at the man. Girl, Peter looked good. And Peter was very respectful. Peter was very helpful. Also, make sure you take you some bug spray. But after we finished the cave tube and honey, we went back and they made us homemade tamales and some adult beverage punch. And those tamales were good. I never had a tamale before. That was my first time. I really enjoyed them. They were delicious. Before we had to board the ruddy taxi to go back, we did stop and do a little shopping. Good. I got coffee, chocolate, hot sauce, and some jam. It was the Marie Sharp mango jam. That is the best jam. Oh my God. I even got my little bracelet that says Belize. Belize is on the return to list so I can experience more of the culture and the people and the environment. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about Costa Maya because that was our last port, but it was a short port, which I did not like. I think we got there at 7 and we were supposed to leave by 1, but we didn't even get off the boat until closer to maybe an hour or 2 hours before it was time for us to be back because, well, for one thing, baby, we went to the club the night before. Danced our ass off, and everybody was tired and was not trying to get up early. So we didn't experience a lot of Costa Maya. I might be saying it wrong. Is it Costa Maya, Costa Maya? Either way, y'all know what I mean. So at first, I had booked for us to do an excursion there, but after we talked about it, it was like, nah, that was too late. We just got off at the port, walked around, did a little quick shopping, and that was pretty much it for Costa Maya. Now that we've covered the ports, I want to talk about how was life on the ship. I will say that we did eat at the dining room every night. And for the most part, the food was actually pretty decent. I know some people be like, well, you should take you some seasoning. If you're the type of person and you like your Creole seasoning, or yeah, slap your mama, bring your Tony Shishery. If you really have to have it, definitely bring it because it may be some of the food that might not be as good as you want it to be. Some of the other food options like God's Burgers and the buffets, food was actually very good to me because I feel like I ate breakfast almost every day. Most definitely got an omelet almost every day. I didn't pay for anything extra when it came for food, but you did have those options. There was some meals that I was completely disappointed in at the dining room, but a lot of people think, yeah, you can only get one thing on the menu, but you can actually get more than one entree, more than one appetizer. I had to try the baked Alaska. I did not care for it. It wasn't good enough. Every night, like there was entertainment in the dining room. So I enjoyed that as well. I'm not really a gambler, but I did go to the casino. Baby, my first day in the casino, I won me some money. I won like $150, $200 the first time on the slot machines. I was like, okay, girl, I'm gonna take this money and spend it on the ship because end up going shopping because they had like a Black Friday sale going on. And you know, when you out in the international waters, you don't pay taxes on anything. I also played bingo. When I was little, we used to go to our grandmother's next door neighbor house and play bingo, baby, for a quarter. Got my little bingo cards, baby, didn't win a goddamn thing. Not even one time, but that was a lot of fun. One of the other things I did was for the first time in life ever, I did karaoke. And I had always wanted to do karaoke. And my sister and Sharita, they had went one night because I think I had went to bed. So the next night I went, but it was very competitive. Them people was not playing about the karaoke. Okay, baby, Ronnie was so disappointed that he did not get into the top 3. But the last night, I swallowed all my fears. I did Mary J. Blige's "Not Gonna Cry," and yeah, I didn't even do that bad. I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. But it was a lot of fun, and I kinda wanna do karaoke some more. I feel like we went to the club at least 3 or 4 nights. But baby, I feel like Sharita was at the club every night. That girl is a night owl. She can do it. I attended a comedy show. I went to a show where I think her name was Dominique, but she did Donna Summers and Diana Ross numbers, and that girl can sing her ass off. Turn and pull your eye to her, leaving me alone in her. Thing I want to mention is that people be talking about, oh, when you on a ship, you don't realize you on a ship. That is true in terms of how it looks. It just looks like a regular degular hotel. But when I tell you, when that boat starts to moving and it's bad weather out there, storming and shit, baby, you know you on that boat. It was at least 2 or 3 nights where we had bad weather to the point that where we in the dining room trying to eat, baby, and we going like this. Barely can walk through the highway. Then you can hear stuff creaking, and you like, is the damn ship finna fall the fuck apart? That was a lot. That was a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you, that was definitely a lot. In fact, it stormed one night to where they did not have the white hot night party. It wasn't on Lido Deck. They actually moved it and had it to the inside. And I'm gonna tell you one thing I did learn about myself. Whenever I go out of town, go on a vacation, go out of the country, to another city, I be trying to do all of the things. But I realized that I don't have to do everything as long as I do something. And then also to take some time to just wind down and just relax. I be doing too much. But I've learned now that my itinerary does not have to be full every day. I really had a great time. I enjoyed the cruise. This year, I'm actually going back on another cruise with my children and my grandchildren. The other thing I forgot to mention, I figured I'm not a big cruise person, right? And part of that is because I don't like the restriction and having to be on somebody else's schedule and time. I honestly like to be able to go and move how I want to move when I want to move. I will say go on a cruise and go to the different places and experience those places. See if you like them and then go back. I really had a great time. I learned that 7 days on a cruise is absolutely not for me. If you ever been on a cruise before, what's your perfect length of time being on a cruise? Is it 3 days? Is it 4 days? Is it 7? Is it 14? Let me know down in the comments. And so I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay booked, stay busy, and be safe out there. Bye.